Hello, and welcome back to Week 5 of PUCL's 2024 PFTT Prepare for Trouble Tournament with me, GigaSaurusGames. Also, I'm hungry. As you can see, I got my audio working, which is always good. OBS is a very useful tool, but it does sometimes cause a little bit of annoyance to me. Every so often, it just decides my HDMI card needs to be reset or something. It's kind of weird. Actually, HDMI capture card, I should say. This week, I am 2-2 going in. So if I win, I make top cut. If I lose, I do not. So my opponent is also only playing spoiler. So I could very much not make it in, and then neither of us make it in because they are presently 1-3. Because turns out, for whatever reason, I bubbled kind of far down the 2-2 set in the Walking Wake again. For the kind of far down the 2-2 set for the Swiss bracket, so I am paired up against someone who is 1-3. That being said, my opponent this week is WyattWyght from the Discord. I've battled them before. I think we've sort of split our series against each other. So I can win, but I'm not guaranteed to. There we go. That looks like the right person. Ooh, I can decide battle rules. Exciting. Set to 50. Set to 50. Yeah, that sounds right. This is the last week that the tournament will be in Regulation F. So if I win this match, top cut is going to be Regulation G. If I lose, it won't matter. We'll start here. As you can see, I'm just going to be using the same team I've been using all tournament at this point because I just know how it works, so I might as well just stick with that plan. This is closed team sheet. The Trick Room setter is Cresselia. It may also not always use Trick Room. I don't have Tailwind on this team. It's not a team I built myself. But leading Urshifu to kill the Ursaluna is not bad. And I can U-turn out, or whatever, if I see the Ogerpon. I'm expecting Cresselia lead. So let's lead Incineroar, see if we can fake it out. Bring land, and then bring hitters, and then bring attackers in the back. So I'm not going to bring Trick Room. My team's sort of middling speed. My opponent's team is also sort of middling speed, so I don't know that I love the idea of saying Trick Room for an Ursaluna, especially when my slowest thing basically is Frigoraph. I don't see any Tailwind in my opponent's team either, so it's not like I want Trick Room to beat Tailwind. My opponent says good luck and have fun, and I say the same back to him. Let's see what they lead. Okay, they did lead Ogerpon. I kind of thought they might. Let's see. Okay, so their Incineroar is faster than mine, or it's a speed tie. So I can't fake it out before it fakes out Urshifu. So I'm going to directly switch into Raging Bolt, expecting an attack from Ogerpon. Wait, I can fake out the Ogerpon. It's a better plan. U-turn Ogerpon, fake out Ogerpon, and let Incineroar do whatever Incineroar feels like doing. Incineroar feels like switching out. Okay, fair enough. Right, because they're afraid of Ursaluna and they can't protect. Or they're afraid of Urshifu, I mean. Not Ursaluna. They hit Ursaluna. So that's Cresselia. And then Ogerpon's going to flinch, so I can go into whatever I feel like for free. I feel like Raging Bolt. Especially because this makes me think they have Ursaluna in the back. And if they have Ursaluna in the back, and they went to Cresselia set Trick Room right now, then Raging Bolt isn't going to be useful forever. For now, though, let's just see about... Terra Poison. No. If Ogerpon wants to kill Incineroar, I think I will let it, but it does not want to. It is afraid of Thunderclap, I presume. Okay, I was right. So hello, Ursaluna. I was right that Ursaluna was in the back. I was not expecting a Raw switch. I was expecting it to hit Incineroar. Okay. That is good to know. I can't taunt the Cresselia, but I can Fake Out. That is good. That is useful. That is valuable information. Other valuable information. Ursaluna went in... It went into Ursaluna right now. I'm kind of in a hole. Let's find out how much... Let's find out how much Ursaluna does to Raging Bolt after Terra. Facade, I think, would probably kill, but a ground move might not, because Raging Bolt does have a lot of bulk. And it went for Swords Dance. Okay, then. Well, it's at +1 instead of... whatever. That's terrifying. Okay. We'll go into Lando, because it has Protect, basically. How much does this do? It does a good chunk. It does over half. Oh, Lunar Blessing. Right. Though, and this is notable, Raging Bolt is slower than the Cresselia. It is slower than Cresselia, so it's faster into Trick Room. All of this is useful information. We go straight into Incineroar, and we Earth Power. Incineroar is to intimidate it, so the Ursaluna is back to neutral. Since apparently it wants to Swords Dance, because that's terrifying. So at this point, I'm basically stalling out Trick Room. I'll probably kill Lando. Yeah, I figured. How many turns of Trick Room are left? Do I remember what Cresselia has done? Cresselia has Trick Roomed once and Lunar Blessing twice. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. So I think that means there's still 2 more turns of Trick Room. 1 turn is fine, but 2 turns... Yep, 2 turns. Well, I can Fake Out the Ursaluna at least. And... Cresselia is a problem. It hasn't shown Earthquake. So close. I guess I'll use Lunar Blessing again. Well, that did not heal as much as I thought it might. Okay. I never know how much Lunar Blessing heals. And Raging Bolt is slower than Cresselia. If Ursaluna doesn't kill Raging Bolt, it might eat it. It might die to Draco. That'll kill Incineroar, but it doesn't kill Raging Bolt. If Draco hits, I think Ursaluna dies. I am wrong. I really thought that was going to kill. Well, positive side. Trick Room's over. So Urshifu can come in for free now. I need to kill the Ursaluna. I don't... Ogerpon is still in the back. I can't use Urban Strikes if I want to win. I have to close combat. I don't like that fact at one bit. Because Raging Bolt's basically useless right now. Because I've already Draco'd twice. Yeah, you're dead anyway. But it doesn't really matter if Cresselia uses Trick Room, like I think it will. Or, you know, kills Urshifu, which is the other possibility. That's doing nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna lose game 1. So I need to win games 2 and 3 if I want to make Top Cut. Because now, Incineroar Fake Outs, Urshifu, Cresselia kills it with Moonblast. It's not like Raging Bolt at -4, special attack. Choice, I guess. Oh, Incineroar lived anyway. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Things that are good to know here. Incineroar lives a -1 close combat. Urshifu lives 1 Moonblast at -1. Cresselia's trick set includes Trick Room, Moonblast, Lunar Blessing. Haven't seen the last move, but it's likely Ally Switch because that's usually what they run. Never mind, it has Icy Wind. That is useful information. So the Cresselia does not have Ally Switch. The Cresselia does not have Protect. The Cresselia cannot be taunted, but can be flinched. All useful information. Also, Cresselia does not have a Psychic Type move. So how am I going to adapt? I need to prevent the Ursaluna from getting going. Which really means I need Trick Room. Trick Room can't go up. But Cresselia is really bulky. And I know it can't be taunted. But it can be put to sleep. Okay. Okay. Ursaluna can't be put to sleep, but Cresselia can. And Amoonguss into a Trick Room team is pretty good. Because Amoonguss is slower than most things in her Trick Room. Than most things. And Fake Out plus Spore probably prevents Cresselia from getting up Trick Room. Or even just Spore probably does that. Terra Grass is not normal for them. What the normal Terra for Cresselia is dark or fairy to resist dark moves, which are its biggest threat to it. Okay. Fast mode. Fair enough. Moltres does not get to do stuff for free. Moltres does not get to do stuff for free. If the Moltres protects, that is a genius play on my opponent's part. Or not, I don't know if it's that genius, but it's a very good play. Because it neutralizes my entire turn and Fluttermane gets to do free damage. And I would expect a Moltres to be carrying Protect. Galarian Moltres. So the threat of Galarian Moltres is its ability Berserk. Thought of it too late. I thought about it too late. The game isn't over. That special defense drop puts me way on the back foot, though. Because now I have to handle that problem. I could stay in and take another Shadow Ball, but not with the special defense drop. Ow. Yeah, I saw that coming. That did a lot. Yep, I was wondering. If I Surging Strikes, I risk Berserk. Here's a better plan. Parting Shot the Moltres, Surging Strikes the Fluttermane. Okay. Free kill on the Fluttermane, I'll take it. But if Ogerpon comes in, I have a problem. Again. I'm really hoping Ogerpon does not come in. Okay. Okay. I expect Fake Out Fiery Wrath. Which I think just means I have to sacrifice Urshifu. I try to kill the Incineroar if I can, but my opponent should Fake Out Urshifu, so I can't do anything then Fiery Wrath to kill it and do damage to Incineroar. Is what my opponent should do. I've already seen that my opponent does not always fake out the target I expect them to fake out. But they did. Interesting choice. it attacked this turn. My opponent is playing very carefully with Moltres. I think they're going to protect on Moltres this turn. But just in case they don't. But they did. My opponent's playing very safely with their Moltres. That's what I expected. And that means I get to kill Incineroar. Okay. So I can now Terra with Landorus if I want to. But what I actually want to do for now is protect with Landorus and Parting Shot the Moltres to undo the nasty plot. Interesting. Now it's weak to Earth Power. Cresselia used Icy Wind. Interesting. I get to go into Amoonguss. I know the Cresselia has Icy Wind, so I don't want to be ground flying. Poison is a good type to be right now because it resists Moonblast. I can Earth Power the Moltres. And if it protects, I Spore the Cresselia. In case the Cresselia goes for Trick Room. Because Moltres definitely dies to an Earth Power now, if I hit it. And I think, the way this team is playing, Lando at least might be faster than that Moltres. I don't know that for a fact. That's interesting. I don't know what that changes, but it's interesting. I don't know if I take a Fiery Wrath, and I don't know if I'm faster. I'm playing careful. Okay, so I use Protect. What did the Moltres do? The Moltres use Nasty Plot, and I Spore the Moltres. Alright. There we go. I got myself out of the hole, out of that initial hole. And basically, the reason I was able to, I think I got myself out of the hole anyway. Just in case that Moltres is Focus Sash. Because I don't think I've seen this item yet. But it is not Focus Sash. Alright. So I managed to get myself out of the hole by taking advantage of how my opponent was playing. Because I realized they were playing super safely with their Moltres, which opened up free turns for me to do other things. Like kill its partners. That Moltres is on the field that entire game. But yeah, but it didn't do as much as it should have because it kept playing so safely. All right, got myself out of that hole, and now for all of the marbles. For me, my opponent has no skin in the game because they are just playing spoiler. But if I win this next battle, I'm in top cut. If I don't, I do not. Let's choose a good theme. Let's choose a good theme for this. The champion theme. All right. So I need to build for both the possibility of a Fluttermane lead and a Cresselia lead. And actually, I think Amoonguss helps with both cases. Incineroar with Fake Out and Parting Shot also lets me work around a variety of possibilities. And as long as I don't double target into something that protects like I did last game, that still works fine. Urshifu to kill Ursaluna through Protect, Landorus to kill basically anything with a super effective attack. We're bringing the same set as last time. I brought Frigoraph no games this week. There wasn't a lot of flinching priority I was scared of outside of the Fake Out from the Incineroar. My opponent, yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. I don't remember Follow Me's priority. I think it's +2. So I think I can Spore the Fluttermane and Fake Out the Ogerpon. Think. Yeah, it did go for Follow Me. Follow Me to block the Spore out of Amoonguss, but instead it goes off because Fake Out has higher priority. Alright. I like this start. This is a good start. I can't Rage Powder for free. But I'm not expecting a Grass move into Urshifu right now. Or into Amoonguss right now. So we'll do that, and we will knock off the Fluttermane. I think the most likely outcome is IV Cudgel into Incineroar. Which I won't be happy about, but I will accept. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So I know what my opponent wants to do. So now I kill the Ogerpon. I now know my opponent is trying to buy time for their Fluttermane. So we take advantage of that and just kill the Ogerpon outright, probably, unless it spiky shields. If it spiky shields, well, okay, interesting. I can work with that. I know my opponent wants to kill Amoonguss, so I think I can take advantage of that. I also know Incineroar is not dying this turn. Expected that, but it's locked in the Shadow Ball. Also, Incineroar did not use Fake Out. Or, opposing Incineroar did not use Fake Out, which is what I was interested in knowing about. There we go. I get a nice strong hit off in the Flutter Mane. I'm intimidated. Right. What Terra type is this Amoonguss? This Amoonguss is Terra Fire. My opponent's very much trying to kill this Amoonguss right now. I know it takes 2 hits. I think this lets it take 3. And Spore the Flutter Mane. And Parting Shot the Incineroar. Because now, the Flutter Mane is no longer choice specs, and I now resist Flare Blitz instead of being weak to it. I also resist Moonblast now. I know Ogerpon is in the back, so I don't want to go into Earthshrew and lock myself into Surging Strikes. But I can go into Lando and Sludge Bomb the Sleeping Flutter Mane. Most Flutter Mane are Terra Fairy, not a Terra to deal with their weaknesses, because they really want to take more damage. It also makes them more resistant to Sucker Punch, and it means that other ghost types like Dragapult and other Flutter Manes are less of a problem for them. I do not believe they have any good switch into a Sludge Bomb, and that is the opposite of a good switch into a Sludge Bomb. And now I know what their last... Now I get to find out the last Mon. And the last Mon is Moltres. Good to know. A sleeping Moltres, because Spore. I am not scared of Incineroar using Fake Out on Landorus. Because I'm just sporing Incineroar instead. Now I know. The Moltres is the biggest threat remaining. If the Moltres is dead, Urshifu cleans up. Things I learned that turn. Lander is in fact faster than Moltres. I forgot I still have Incineroar in the back. This is a little risky. So I don't know exactly which one my opponent considers the bigger threat. But this resets the Lando's special attack. This also gives Amoonguss Regenerator. And Fluttermane is still asleep. And both of these monsters Fiery Wrap. Perfect. We already know my opponent plays very safely with their Moltres. So I will not double target into it, but Urshifu hits it regardless of whether it protects, thanks to its ability. And Ogerpon is dead, so there's no longer a proper switch into Surging Strikes. In fact, the only switch in is Incineroar, which would die to it. Alright, I'm playing reasonably well at the containment game. Okay. I think that's Sludge Bomb range. It's kind of close. Yep, I expected that. That was expected. I liked Urshifu alive, don't get me wrong, but I needed the damage on the Moltres more than anything else, because I do know that Lando is faster. And by parting shotting that turn, I didn't even think about this possibility. I can now fake out this turn. My opponent's been playing very safely with their Moltres, so I'm not going to try and target it this turn. But just in case they do something different, I will flinch it. Which will also give me a little bit more damage, make me a little more sure that Sludge Bomb will kill. If Fluttermane stays asleep, I'm in a very good position. If it wakes up and Shadow Balls Landers, I have a problem. But okay. I believe this will kill. I still have my Life Orb. Am I crazy? Did I lose my item at some point? No. That just didn't do much. Alright, well. Sludge Bomb. The Moltres. The Moltres has Terra Poison, which would live the Sludge Bomb. I am protecting to buy myself time to check. My opponent hasn't terrored yet. Ooh, that was a wonderful turn. Nice. All right. I continue to buy time. Because I am faster than the Moltres, so I can get a sub up. Amoonguss can also Rage Powder draw the Flutter Mane's attack unless it Dazzling Gleams. But if it Dazzling Gleams, then it certainly doesn't kill me. Moltres could Fiery Wrath, but I'm just waiting my opponent out to see if they Terra, basically. If I get a sub up, then suddenly the waiting game is very much in my favor. There it is. They Terra'd something. There we go. That's what I was waiting to find out. Perfect. We know the Incineroar safety goggles, and we also know the Flutter Mane has choice specs, so... That will not kill. Doesn't even do very much. I get my sub up. That will break my sub. Especially with a crit. I completely forgot my Amoonguss had a Citrus Berry. This is checking if the Moltres wants to protect. The answer is apparently no. Unless, actually, it did. Yep, that was a good switch. But I can make a switch of my own. And the protect means my Amoonguss lives the turn and can do something or other. Because that's not a problem at all. And that's not a problem for Incineroar. We already know this. Speaking of which, I think this is a bulky Moltres. Which is part of why Landers outspeeds it, I think. Fake out in the Moltres. Unless it protects. If it protects, what's the best case scenario for me? What's the worst case scenario if I don't? The worst case scenario is a flare, but it's in Orlando, right? Nope, that's up there. Huh. Interesting. This battle might go to timer. At which point, I don't know who wins, but it might be my opponent. Two minutes until battle ends. And now we're in a similar situation to earlier, but now Moltres protected last turn and is already Terra'd, so I know what move to use on it. So as long as a non-specs Dazzling Gleam can't kill Lando, Moltres probably dies this turn. Unless it switches out. Moltres did not protect. Fluttermane uses Moonblast into Amoonguss, which will not kill. Doesn't even do very much. And Moltres dies. Oh. Okay. So now, as long as none of my Pokemon are KO'd before that timer runs out, I believe I win. I believe I win on timer. And I double protect because of the incoming fake out. Because I don't know who's gonna get faked out. I'm gonna try and get my next turn in if I can, because going to timer feels kind of weird. But targeting Lando makes sense. But this makes sure that both my Pokemon are alive next turn, so I can Earth Power, and/or Sludge Bomb something. Rage Powder and Sludge Bomb the Fluttermane, because if it specs, it won't have Protect. Rage Powder, Earth Power. Time has run out. The battle is over. You defeated Wyatt. The battle went to timer. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before. My goodness. Oh. But, GG Wyatt. I actually managed to win 2-1 with, a battle that goes to timer. My goodness, that was stressful. Why did that take so long? my opponent just said, they learned today how much they freaking hate Amoonguss. And that's fair, because Amoonguss was single-handedly running containment on both of those last two matches. That was the best adjustment I could have made between Game 1 and Game 2. Oh. And I want to emphasize here, it's not like I'm running a stall team or anything. It's just bulky offense or balanced. And my opponent's running a similar team. It's just the two of us were being so careful and so defensive that this battle just took forever. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to calm down after that match because that was so stressful. But the two big things that finally let me take that last battle were playing Amoonguss really well, or three things. Tearing Amoonguss, so my opponent had much more trouble doing significant damage to it. Especially after I knocked off the Fluttermane's choice specs. And finding out that Lando was faster, so I could sub and stall longer until Moltres Terra'd, or something else Terra'd. Those were the big things that I did in that last battle to pull it out. But my goodness. And for what it's worth, by the end, even if it hadn't gone to timer, I'm pretty sure I was fine there. Amoonguss used Rage Powder, so Incineroar can't attack Lando that turn. Lando Earth Powers it. It's also faster, so it gets off to at least 2 Earth Powers. If Incineroar protects, it just does the same thing but takes longer. So I was going to pull... I was going to pull that out eventually, but it went to timer before that. And yeah, and Wyatt just said, that little punk, as an Amoonguss, carried my team. And it absolutely did. Oh. What a match. And I'm gonna need to go eat something, because I am still hungry. And now also I need to do something to calm my nerves, because that was so stressful. But I made Top Cut, and I can finally make use of the Reg G team that I've been building this whole time from the Indianapolis Regional. So, yay! That's fun. So I'll be back next week with my first Top Cut match, which, you know, I'll probably lose, and that's fine, but until then, this has been GigaSaurusGames, hoping you enjoyed that very long battle, and signing out. Bye!